I got a lot of questions on this topic that I posted on my Instagram story the other day, and I thought I would come on here and make a full YouTube video on it just to shed more light on the mindset and the process that has brought me to where I am today as a human being. And that is that calories in versus calories out is rarely about the calories. Now, Rob, what the hell are you talking about? And that's a totally fair question because I'm just speaking in a circle, right? Well, not really, because calories in versus calories out, you all know that I don't think it is the whole story, and it's not the whole story. It reduces a human being down to a simple math equation. When you restrict yourself to a simple math equation, you neglect the energy for life. You neglect the energy that you need to achieve absolutely everything in this life. Restriction, when you have it in a diet, it's not just a diet. It is an entire mindset and an identity that you need to adopt, because when you're walking around with your food scale and you're weighing every single ounce of food and you're typing it into your little fitness tracker that you have on your phone, are all of those things useful? Absolutely. I use them for a while just to know that I'm eating enough food. But once you get to a point of metabolic supremacy and you get to a point where your metabolism is just thriving 24/7, you can eat good, whole, natural, single ingredient foods and thousands of calories of them, and your metabolism is just still ripping. You do not need to track every ounce of food and plug it into your little thing on your phone. It's literally useless. It's absolutely useless. And anyone telling you that you need to live by this for the rest of your life is absolutely crazy. It's not only about the restriction in your diet. That scarcity mindset, that bleeds into your relationships, your finances, and then your self-talk at the end of the day. Think about where calories in versus calories out comes from. It comes from a place where you hate the way that you look. You wake up in the morning and you absolutely despise the way that you look. So you're like, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go to the gym for 3 hours and I'm going to punish myself with fasted cardio. And then I'm going to eat, 1,500 calories because I want to get this fat off as soon as possible. Well, your body doesn't care how you look. Your body's a triage system, and all that your body cares about is surviving. So when less fuel comes in, it's not just going to burn fat. Everyone has this assumption that when you restrict calories, it pulls from fat stores. That is completely wrong. Think about that for a second. Your body's not just going to pull from fat stores. When you eat less, your body downshifts, your metabolism downshifts. So less energy is going to all of your organs, your hormones, things like that. You have this mindset of how little can I get away with? And that is the worst mindset to have, because that bleeds into every single aspect of your life. You don't have the energy to be a good partner in your relationship. You don't have the energy to care about your finances, invest, save for your future, double your monthly income off a side hustle, and be able to quit your 9-to-5 job and be able to report to your own self being an entrepreneur. You will never have the mindset and the energy to level up in life when you are strictly restricting yourself 24/7. It brings into play Maslow's hierarchy of needs that I had posted about a month or so ago on YouTube, and how everyone is just hyper obsessed with calories in versus calories out. That is the baseline of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. How can you ever get to self-actualization if you're just consistently focused on food 24/7? You don't have physiological needs figured out. So my mindset now in life is, how well can I fuel my body? How much fuel can I give it on a daily basis, knowing that it's going to turn it into ATP, knowing that my hormones are going to be locked in, my hair is going to be thick, my skin is going to be clear, my mood is going to be amazing for my partner, for my family, for my business partners. My sleep is going to be amazing, knowing every single morning that I'm going to wake up and conquer the next day. This all didn't come from a restriction mindset. It came from an abundance mindset. So my turning point in life was eating more, and then the fat came off. And now I'm 12% body fat walking around, not worried about my fitness or my nutrition at all anymore. I have more energy. I move more on a daily basis. I think better. I sleep better. My testosterone is up. My thyroid is better. I'm no longer cold all the time. I basically healed my hypothyroidism that I had my entire life because I was eating processed slop 24/7. Eating more not only gave me the energy to start a business, but it just gave me a better life. Never in a million years would I be thinking that I'd be posting on social media with no following, speaking into a camera knowing 15 people are going to watch this with 0 likes. It doesn't matter because I'm just putting the inputs in at this point. I'm not even worried about the outcome because I know it's going to come. And see, that mindset I would never have if I was consistently in this chamber of calories in versus calories out with blinders on like a horse at a race. That's what the entire fitness community is about. They want you to come back month after month, paying and paying and paying and paying on this subscription basis because they know that you're going to yo-yo diet, and they know that you're not going to be able to do this without them because you're using their secret formula of calories in versus calories out. It doesn't mean anything. I filmed a video on my phone 3 years ago about wanting to start social media, about wanting to start an online business, but being too scared to do so. You know what I was doing during that time? I was restricting calories severely. And then a year went by and I started to eat more. I started to get into the metabolic health space. And then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I'm just going to post. Hell no, I'm not going to care about what anyone thinks. I'm done being a puppet. I'm done caring about what other people think. I'm done following the herd of sheep around, trying to copy this one and copy that one and copy this one. And then guess what? I did more in a year than I did in my entire life, simply because I had the energy to do so. I broke the law of thermodynamics and calories in versus calories out, and I got leaner, I got stronger, I got smarter, and most importantly, I got more courageous, not caring what other people think about the videos that I post online, or the business that I started, or even my direction in life. All I care about is the inputs that I'm putting in and the people that I'm helping, and can take one thing from that and better their lives. Because it's not only about calories in versus calories out, it's the mindset and the lifestyle that you bring along with that. So the question that I want to leave with you today is, what if the only path of calories in versus calories out is what's keeping you stuck in your position? And that's the exact question that I said to myself 2 years ago when I started in this space. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go against the grain and see what happens. Forget the calories in versus calories out in the scarcity mindset and start focusing on metabolic health and the mindset of abundance. I promise you it will change your entire life.